Good morning, Spartan Nation. It is Thursday, April 23rd, and I am so glad that you're back today to join me for morning meetings with Miss Craddock. Our greeting for today is an around the world greeting. Today you can mingle around and you can say hello in Italian and Hindi. For example, you could say ciao and namaste. Try today to go around and see if you can say good morning in Italian and Hindi. Today is Thursday, April 23rd. Dear WSC students and families, today is I Think I Can Thursday. Remember the story of the little engine that could? The little engine kept saying, I think I can, until it finally reached the top of the mountain. Think about a time you had to try really hard to believe in yourself in order to be successful. Share that time with someone today. How can you work really hard to achieve your goals? So, our question for the day that I want you to really think about and to talk about and share with others is how can you work really hard to achieve your goals like the little engine that kept saying, I think I can, until it finally reached the top of the mountain? Have a great I Think I Can Thursday. Love, Miss Craddock. So, our last brain buster was it is an insect, and the first part of its name is the name of another insect. What insect is it? And I want to give a shout out to Lily Stewart because she guessed correctly. The answer is a beetle. You get it, boys and girls? Bee is the first part of another insect. Beetle. Good job, Lily Stewart. Our new brain buster is what always goes to bed with its shoes on. So think about that, boys and girls. Think about something that always goes to bed with its shoes on. Remember, you can email me at craddock@scsk12.org answers to your brain busters, or if you would like to share your answers to the daily questions in our morning message. Good job, Lily Stewart. All right, boys and girls, it is our final part of the case of the missing jelly beans. I know that you have been working really hard thinking about your clues and making your final predictions on who you think stole the jelly beans out of the jelly bean jar. Last time we had our fingerprint analysis, and I know that Emily and Lily worked really hard to compare their fingerprints. I got a video from their mom, and they thought that it was Mr. Pratt who took the jelly beans because his fingerprint matched the fingerprint that was lifted off the jelly bean jar. So we're going to read our last part of our story to see if we can gather more clues and to see if your prediction was correct. Was it the boy? Was it Mr. Pratt? Was it the rat? Or was it Miss Enos who took the jelly beans out of the jelly bean jar? All right, so here's our story part 4 for the day, and you can follow along and listen to me. You can read it with me, or you can pause this video at any time and read it independently by yourself. So here we go, boys and girls. Let's see who took the jelly beans. When they looked closely at the fingerprints, Jess and Sarah knew exactly who had stolen the jelly beans. It was Mr. Pratt. The fingerprints lifted from the car were clearly Mr. Pratt's. Unfortunately, though, the girls had to wait until tomorrow to ask him. The next morning, Jess and Sarah met at the school gate and walked straight for the staff room. They arrived at the staff room door and waltzed in without even knocking. Miss Enos was sitting having a cup of tea with some other teachers, while Mr. Pratt was standing at the fridge. "What do you girls want?" asked Miss Enos. "We want to know what happened to the jelly bean in our classroom. We think someone in here ate them," Jess announced, making all the teachers turn and look. Miss Enos went bright red. Jess noticed and was immediately confused. You? Jess asked, pointing at Miss Enos. You took them? Why would you take them? I, Miss Enos stuttered. Sarah didn't know what to think. Every sign pointed to Mr. Pratt taking the jelly beans. I think I can help here, Mr. Pratt laughed from across the room. Don't blame your poor teacher. Girls, it was all of us. During the holidays, we had some meetings in your classroom and I forgot to order any food. So Miss Enos, being a kind teacher, offered your jelly beans instead, trying to help me out. I'm sorry, girls. I planned to just replace them, but I totally forgot, Miss Enos added. Jess and Sarah felt horrible. There was no terrible plan to steal jelly beans. It was just their teacher trying to help their principal who had made a mistake. We'll replace the jelly beans, Sarah, Mr. Pratt said, still laughing a little. Oh, that's okay, Mr. Pratt. I already got a new packet in my bag, Sarah replied. Jess and Sarah apologized and left the staff room, still feeling a little bad for blaming their teachers. Oh well, Jess said, at least we solved the case, and I got to practice using my fingerprint kit. Well, there you have it, boys and girls. Those of you that guessed Mr. Pratt, you were correct. His fingerprints were on the jelly bean jar. However, it was all the teachers who used them during their staff meeting over the holidays. Threw a little wrench in there for you. So our final activity is talk about, or write a summary of what happened through the whole case of the missing jelly beans. Make a list of the most important clues and evidence from the case that would have helped solve it and what you used to help you solve the case. If you would like to write up your final summary and your justifications and explanations, or type it out, you can send me a picture or email it to me so maybe we can shout it out at Spartan Nation Celebration. Again, my email is craddock@scsk12.org. Good work, detectives. You did a fine job helping me solve the case. And next week, we will begin the case of the missing parrot. Until then, Spartan Nation detectives, have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.